Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my Bloons TD5 videos. In this video we are going to go in and grab level number 12 in the beginners area, brick wall, and we're gonna be playing it on hard all the way up to level 85, and then I'm gonna be completing the free play on it. I'm thinking I'm gonna be cutting somewhat in the recording to like spare everybody from the longest levels of the grind, but I really want to show you guys that the build is more than good enough to deal with level 101 on the free play. So just starting out with the dart monkey here, the brick wall is actually one of my absolute favorite maps to play. I think this is my favorite map. Obviously this goes like way back to when I played it some 2 years ago, but this is such a cool map because you have like the kill zone over between the two walls on the right side where you can just do so much damage with the right towers, and you have so much space to put in your banana farm. So this is like, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna have a freaking blast when I go impoppable, and I'm looking so much forward to that. I almost want to like cheat a little bit and go ahead and do that right away, but I do want to have my upgraded dart monkeys first with the explosive darts and all the goodies, freebies. So I'm just allowing myself to take damage here at the start, and that is because, you got it, I want my banana farm down at the end of round 5, as in before we start round 6. And yeah, that's good stuff. So because I know this level is so good, I mean, I have played this level like crazy so many times back in the day, and I'm just going super easy style on it with our little dart monkey here. And because we got our banana farm down so early, I'm allowing myself to upgrade this little guy just a little bit instead of focusing like blindly on the money, because the fact that we got it down before the start of turn 6 really just means that we are gonna have loads of money in this game, like crazy amounts of money. And as we move into like before turn 9, round 9, silly me, before round 10 we have our upgraded dart monkey with 3 arrows, and we have more bananas on the farm. It's just plantation time now. We have like, it's turn 24, we're gonna be needing camo detection, 28 for the lead. So we have so much time where the only thing we need to worry about is getting more bananas, and I like that. I really do like that. It's my favorite way of playing this game. I know it's the same old kind of thing, I know that, but just having a start like this, it really just makes me so happy. It's crazy and it's silly, but it does. And I mean, round 13 we have our plantation, and this is without having any tokens spent, any training facilities, anything. This is just like vanilla gaming, and we are just so overpowered already now that it is unbelievable, and I like that. Oh yes, I do. So now what? Well, we have several options. We can aim at the expensive one, just really dragging the financials out and going all the way up to the Banana Republic. It's an option, and like my thumb rule for this game is having a plantation round 20 puts you in the financial lead, and that's a nice place to be. Turn 30 is where I want to have the Republic, like minimum. So having the Republic around when you hit round 20, that's like really cool, and we're like so close. Of course we're getting it here on round 20. It would have been so amazing to start round 20 with it, but if we had had the free dart monkeys it would have been done, but we didn't. So, but still, like during round 20 having it, it's just, we're so much in the lead. And I said that so many times already, but I'm just so happy about it. So putting down the second one here, going more bananas on it right away, yeah, just bananas flowing in. It's like, it's so amazing. So next up we need to think a bit more defensive style now, and I'm putting down one of these magician, wizard, apprentice kind of things, and there are many good spots for you to choose for it. And I'm just going with the start area and what is also the exit area, and like the halfway through the level kind of both enter and exit area. So we have so many options to go lightning on the balloons right here. The most important is that we peel off this layer of lead right away. We do that, they go away, they come back, we zap them some more, they go away, they come back, we zap them some more. All else equal, we're gonna have 4 shots at the balloons with our lightning. It's insane how much you can hit these dudes. I guess they're not really dudes, but these balloons. Yeah, that's what they are, they're balloons. So because I went so like all in defensive style now, we're not hitting the 2 republics on round 30, but during round 30 we're doing it. We're double up on the money. We have taken 2 lives of damage, I know, but still, I like it. Oh yes, I do. And from this point on, guys, it's pretty much just, what do you want? How do you want to do this now? Of course, it's a shame if you lose the focus on the money, because having such a head start and then like dropping it is really bad. So I'm going, of course, valuable bananas, but you can also choose to go with the submarines and just target all over the map. All those crazy cool options are now available because we're getting so many banana bucks. Of course, I just want more because we're like in no real threat right now, and overkill is just so much more fun than kill. Yeah, it is. So here we are getting our second valuable bananas, bringing us even more ahead of the game. We were like double ahead when we hit 30, had 2 republics instead of 1. Like round 40 I would like to have an upgraded republic, and we had 2 of those on round 36. So like we're so far ahead of the game, and if we had gone with another banana farm now, we would just have, you know, just keep increasing that distance to what I consider to be the minimum requirements of financials. I know there are no rules about it, those are my personal like minimum requirements, so it's not some kind of book anywhere, it's just them rules to go by. I'm deciding to go defensive style, and it's just, sure, I could have really nailed it with the money, and part of me really wanted to, but I also want to have the gaming like in a casual way. We were like so close to taking a bit more damage before. I don't mind that, I really don't, but I mean, there has to be a reason, right? And right now there is no reason to take damage. Of course, if the reason is to get another like step forward in the game, nailing it even more, that is a reason. But we're already on like crazy overkill, and yeah, it's no rush. No rush whatsoever. We now have everything ready for not just the MOBA. At 46 we're like even further than that. I'm just making a mob mauler anyway, just because we have this dedicated unit for it, and it deserves to be there before round 46. I just like having it there. We don't need it. No, we don't, but still, it's there. It's one of the things I like having there, and I could also sell my little dog monkey now. We have no use for it, and I'm keeping the little fellow there for just a while longer, quite a few levels actually. But anyway, round 50 coming up, and we actually have the financials we should have, as in pretty much the equivalent of a research facility. But of course I want one, because if I don't get one before round 50, I will have gone from being like double ahead of the game to behind or at the same stage, and that would be really bad. I think even though we have gotten our defenses in place, it would still really blow to go from being that much ahead of the game to behind. And we can get the second one now, and that's good. Then we are again like a double up. I could also go Super Monkey, and I decide to do that again just because I want to try to have this gaming done like super casually, so we get it one turn later, the double up kind of thing. Okay, 2 turns, who cares? It's like we already have the Sun God, so now we won the game like massively. And it's just time to fool around now, like for real. Get loads of money, loads of money, because it's I just like being that much on top of things. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna be, because part of me just wants to fill the entire map with banana farms, but at the same time it gets a bit trivial. Or does it? I'm not really sure it does, to be honest. I'm not sure it does. Yeah, it's like, can you have too many dragon rolls? No, you can't. That's just how it is. So let's find some good room for them here. I'm thinking I'm gonna be. It really annoys me I can't have one there. At some point when we get further into the game and we have our upgrades in order, and we have like all this money we don't know what to use for. And I'm talking about the stuff you can upgrade for. I'm gonna be buying agents, of course I am, and then I will use the agents so that they can go pick up the bananas for us, because it's a much more casual way to play the game. But right now I do want them so that we can buy all the upgrades first. I think that's the right way to do it. And then we can go casual gaming with agents and stuff like that once we get like further into the game. I do want to complete the levels without the assistance of damaging agents. But at some point we're just gonna go completely nuts and do all the silly stuff. Oh yes we are. So round 58. Time to put something in the kill spot. The sweet kill spot. And when you have a Sun God here, I mean, it's just as what we really have at the start there. We have 2 options to take them out. But because of the crazy range of the Sun God, we're like gonna be able to hit these balloons for the majority of the time they're on the map. And I know it doesn't look like it right now because it has this very short range. It's gonna I mean, have a temple there, right? So go crazy pants. But I'm just adding it now for the security, really, in case things get a bit out of control in my dreams of bananas. And then I like go on placing these banana farms, these research facilities, because we just want to get loaded. Yes, I do anyway. You can think about, once you have your upgrades in place, then you can start removing the monkey villages as well to get that free space back, so you can place more plantations there if you're into that stuff. The main reason why I go a bit over the top in on the financials is because at some point, I know it's far out in the future, but for some of you guys, you may already be like doing that stuff. I want to go level something very high in the free play, and if you want to do that, you're going to have to focus on the financials at the early game so that you can build up these very strong temple of the monkey gods at the end game. And you're gonna need the space, so you're gonna be running out of space. That's gonna be your like biggest challenge in the game, so you really need to rake in the money early in order to be able to go like really far in the game. The temples I'm making here are not crazy strong, mostly because it's this is like super casual gaming. The goal is round 101, so I don't really need, I mean, we can do this without even adding any temples. I just really like making them, and wiki on it says 30,000 value of each type is the maximum you can boost the strength of the temple with. And of course some of these different towers add in additional attacks, and I'm just ignoring that stuff now completely. There are gonna be levels later on where I try to make some of these really strong temples. We're not there yet. I mean, we have the money to back it up, sure, but nah, I'm saving it for later, because when I do it I really want to geek about it. I really want to make these top-notch temples, and I want to test out how strong they are. I may want to unlock the sandbox at a level or two, just so that I can test it out there. But for now, pretty weak temple, but strong enough for it to be good. I'm putting in these temples over at this end to start with. Just, you know, there are no banana plantations or anything here right now, making it a good time for me to fill up this area with temples, because I don't want to be like sacrificing my income, even though I could just build new and it would add to the strength of the temple. I just have like a clean, nice area to work on there, so that's how it's gonna be done. So as you can see, nothing's getting through. Like, they're reaching the temple and they're dying, so we are in no hurry. We could choose to focus much more on making more money, or, you know, going with other towers. We're like so much in the lead. If you're playing it and you have this kind of setup, just go, you know, have fun with whatever kind of stuff you really think is the best for you to be playing with. I'm fooling around with the temples because I like that. I could also just have gone even more silly pants in on the money. I think it's nice to get a few temples down first, so that you don't end up eating them all. I guess that's that's one way to look at it anyway. So there we have it, almost enough money for the next temple. And again, a pretty weak temple, but more than strong enough for what we're gonna be needing in this video here. There we have it. So we can just hit the balloons when they come at the top with both of these temples. And we're just gonna be filling in some more down here in the corner, just making it like a nice quarter for monkey gods to be living in. Yeah, making it so they have friends and stuff. Just putting in like the super basics. Some people really like having the freezing towers in there, and yeah, it's nice with slowdown. We're not really gonna need it, so yeah. The most important for me is actually just to have the wizard in there. I like seeing the tornadoes. That's what it comes down to. But I think I said this in one of the previous videos as well. At some point, it is probably, I'm expecting it to be important that I think about how I upgrade these temples, if I will be able to make them at all in the hard, really hard expert kind of tracks. Perhaps even when we go on Impoppable. I don't know. It cannot continue to be this easy is what I'm thinking. At least I remember it being more challenging, even though this particular map here, I've been playing it like, I don't know how many times my middle son and I have been through this track here. We both really like it. So it's really cool to have this like favorite track that we share, and just geeking out on it. Really, it's truly enjoyable. So just about done with the upgrades for the tiny temple, and yeah, like it's a good idea to go upgrade style on the monkey village as well, because the temple kind of inherits these powers, the camo detection, the additional range. I'm not gonna do that. Oh no, or am I? A little bit. But I generally like to place a tower next to them, even though it doesn't help them. Not a tower, a monkey village. And it's just because it's like an old habit from back in the day when I was playing it. I used to have like the entire area around these super monkeys I would fill with snipers, because you can really fit in quite a few snipers below the temple, so to say, after you've made it. And the upgrade cost for the snipers on the cripple is like pretty nasty, so it's just really a habit that I cover my area in these monkey villages to have the cheap discounts and the added range and the faster attack speed, all that stuff, for whatever kind of stuff I want to be placing down there. So it's like, even though I know it's not going to be helping the temples, I'm just putting down one old habit style. And this here is level 85. Pretty snappy stuff. And yeah, just like that. So what I'm going to be doing now, guys, is I'm just going to be grabbing, like, as you guys can see what I'm going to be doing, right? It's going to be one of those games. So I'm just going to be starting up 86, just so there is like no question about whether or not we can do this. And you know what, I'm gonna wait, because there was actually, I wanted to talk about these banks. That was actually one of the things I wanted to do in this map, because I've been making all of these banana plantations and going research facility on them. And of course it's not the only way to do it. There is also the lazy way to do it. And I have still not met anyone that favor the banks over the bananas, but it is an option that you can go with. So the banks here, they generate a passive income equal to the upgrades you give them at the start, as in the banana plantation. So they act as a banana plantation in that they generate the same income every single turn. But instead of throwing around bananas, they store it in the bank. So what, I think it's banana plantation, isn't it? No. Yes, it's just more bananas really. So they generate this like tiny income every month, every round, but then you get a 20% interest on it. So what this means is that the first round you get almost nothing, then you get a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and like the last turn you can get these like almost 3,000. So at its maximum upgrade, after having waited for like 6-7 rounds or something, you can take out 20,000 from these banks in one go. But there is no single round where the bank pays you as much as the banana plantations. But you do not need to worry about picking up the bananas. So if you feel that the bananas are in the way, or you feel like it's just super annoying to be picking them up, you can go with these banks. And I mean, I'm just not into that stuff, but I wanted this time because I want to touch some of the different income options in the game just briefly to have them demonstrated in different videos. I'm also going to go with the choppers, I'm gonna go with the snipers because they have income options as well. And this time around I figured, okay, let's just get the banks down. Just for reference, like you saw when I placed them, and we're gonna be checking when we can cash out these 20,000. And you need to remember that a banana research facility generates 3,000 every turn. Yeah. So in 6.5 turn, it gives you 20,000. Right, like so 21,000 on the 7th turn. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So it is a pretty stable income. You can rely on it, you can count on it every single turn, but you're never gonna get this like massive boost of income. So if you for some reason don't like saving up stuff yourself, you can have like these banks. So I have 6 of them. So at some point I can just withdraw 120,000. Like boom, now I'm gonna make it simple. End of story. I'm not a fan, and I guess you guys can hear that, but you can see now it has 14,000, and you can see the money building inside it. And of course, if you don't have them on like a shared cooldown, you're going to have to withdraw money on different turns, because once you reach the 20,000 cap, the building doesn't do anything for you. So you need to remember to go in and empty out that money on the right turn. So you're gonna be clicking it anyway to check out, is this the right turn, is this the right turn, unless of course you know how many turns it is, and you're like, oh okay, I need to empty it on round 94, end of story, and then you're going to do it. So if you're going to be using these and you're going to be placing more than one, it can be a good idea to just level them out, so you can claim the money from each of them at the same time. So what that really means is that once I can withdraw 20,000 from the first one, and that's gonna be like next turn, you can see I have 18,000 now. So 20% on 18,000, that's like 3,600. But the bank can't hold that much money, so I'm actually losing money by letting the bank fill up now, because it's just building up too much money for it to hold it. But as soon as I withdraw the money, it's gonna build up less money. So it's like, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, and I really think if you want to be using them, just take it like a super casual thing. So right now should be a good round to go in and clear out the money from all these banks. Round 94 should mean that we can just go in and get loaded. That is like what my tiny head math is telling me, and perhaps it's true. So only 14,000 on those, but we have 20 on the others. So unless we want to be grabbing these funds on different times all the time, and I'm like way too lazy for that, I want to pick up the money from all these banks on the same round, and then I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna go in and pick it up from all the banks on the same round. So I'm just waiting it out now until they are all filled, almost. Like now I'm just picking it up from all of them, and then I know I have them on a shared cooldown. Like that. So loads of money coming in, and I like that. Oh yes, I do. But to be honest, it's not as fun for me to have these banks. I just really like having my bananas all over the place. It feels much more like I'm getting loads of money. I do think if the banks were made so they could store more, then it would be more fun. But I don't really feel that they ever get to the point where it's a really good deal, because it's only at the very end of their storage capacity part of the game that they actually generate the same amount of money as the other ones do. So all else equal, you're losing money on them compared to having the banana research facilities. And I don't like the thought about that, because it all comes down to the amount of space you have, and these are just filling up the same space, but they're giving you less money. So that's why I don't like them. No, boo-hoo banks is what I'm thinking. But anyway, guys, we're at round 96 now, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna ninja into the future, because as you guys can see, we have like so much money, and I'm just building more temples and chilling out with it. So instead of like just going for another 15 minutes of that, I think I'm just gonna be jumping to the point where I can see, aha, I told ya this would be good enough to do level 101, just in case you guys like have any doubts about it. So let's just grab this one as well. Amazing. Oh yes it is. Alright guys, I just got this upgrade here, and this Ray of Doom is like, yeah. I prepared for this because I knew I was gonna be ranking up, and I now have the Ray of Doom for like my absolute most hated unit in the game, I think. But at the same, so they're like partially really bad, and at the same time so awesome. You can make these crazy patterns with them, and things just die in their path, and I think that's really funny. But I really don't like that I can't just lock them. I would really like to be able to lock them. It's not possible, but now I have them, and I just unlocked the Ray of Doom. So instead of like calling it the quits like I wanted, I'm just gonna be just having a little bit of crazy pants time with them, and of course that also allows me to pretty much showcase the end game as in how I have done things. And you can see not much changed really over the last few rounds, except that I went pretty crazy pants with these Dartling guns. And now I want to go Doom. I want to have rays of pure destruction coming wherever I touch the screen. Oh yes I do. And it's just really because they are so expensive. Yes they are. It's like 59,000 for each and every one of these upgrades, and I only saw that I would be able to do this like a few rounds ago, and that's why I started making all these and giving them the experience. But if I had planned this better, I would have placed more of my banana research facilities, because this is some pretty expensive stuff to be working on, and with just 8 of these banana research facilities, I'm not getting the kind of money I really wanted to go crazy pants with Rays of Doom. But luckily I have the banks, yeah, so we're gonna be able to withdraw some funds there as well. Of course I'm just gonna be able to sell them. I already completed the free play, I got my freebie token, but normally I just play a little bit further once I'm done recording, because I really like it. Yes, that's why. So it's just, yeah, it can be a bit hard to hit things once it gets a bit crowded. But it's like 120,000 we can cash out from the banks right around the corner, and that's going to allow us to upgrade 2 of these. As you can see, I have different versions, and that is of course because I'm building up towards the upgrades. So let's just cash out the goodies, and by cashing out I mean selling these, because I do want to be ending this game now. I just really, so we're emptying the bank and then we're selling it afterwards. That's the way to do it, getting 34,000 out of each, and then I'm gonna be getting my Doom Rays. So yeah, like that, and like that. Do we have more? Yes, we have one there. So, oh yeah, Rays of Doom. Now we're going right up. I love these so much, mostly because of the visual. Look at that, it's so crazy. Oh, you're coming through here. Oh no you're not. Oh no you're not. It's a closed party. Stay away, you're not invited. I love these, they're just like so crazy powerful, and you can use them anywhere. So even though I actually hate the base unit, once you can go Ray of Doom, I love them. Oh yes I do. I like putting them like all sorts of crazy places in the map, and they just, wherever you put your finger, it just death and destruction hits that way, and everything in the path from any one of these is just going to be dying as well. So like the positions I chose for them in this game is like really bad, but I just wanted to fool around with a Ray of Doom. What's not to like? It's a Ray of Doom and like complete and utter destruction. So they're not getting that many kills really. But that doesn't matter. They have Doom Rays. Look at that stuff. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I like doing. Oh yeah. Efficient? Not at all. Fun? Oh, BPM. Oh, BPM. So, denial. Of course we're getting that. Yeah, so okay, I'm running out of money here, but let's just go with it and give it a run. Oh, you can't even see it. You can't even see it. Oh, what a shame. Oh well. Oh well, it is now done, tried and tested. So guys, that was pretty much what I had in this video here. I'm just gonna be fooling around a little bit more, but I'm gonna go solo crazy pants on things from now on. As always guys, thank you very much for watching.